Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke if you're new here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys kind of like somewhat of a study routine vlog sort of deal. I'm so excited to be partnering up with Visine on this video. I'm going to be showing you guys all about how their products really help me, because when you are super focused and staring at a screen for a long time, it's very, very annoying. And I know that I suffer with like somewhat of like dry eyes, red eyes when I'm like really hyper focused on like a bright screen. So I'm gonna show you guys how I combat that in a little. First, I need coffee though. It's 11:23. Honestly, it's not even exams for me at this point. It's just projects and things, but it kind of ties in with my study routine because this is kind of like how I'm just overall a more productive human. So let's go get coffee and then let's get home and get at it. Hi guys, so it's later. I put on makeup and I look a little bit better, and I'm drinking my pumpkin iced coffee, and it's really just making my day. I figured we would start off by just chatting kind of about like my study tips, my study routine, things I do on ritual, like I just always do now. I am a marketing major, so please bear in mind that a lot of my classes now are project-based as I get older, or even just papers and stuff like that, less tests. Although I do still have tests, they're like definitely less frequent. So please bear all of that in mind, but I wrote down some tips here. So I'll share with you guys the tips, and then I can show you guys kind of like what a typical study setup looks like for me. I always prefer to leave the house. I just feel like I'm more productive, but only when I have a significant amount of time to leave. Like if it's the type of thing where I only have an hour or two between classes, I'll probably just stay here. But if I have like all day to park at a coffee shop, that's the move. A very large chunk of my studying involves me looking at my computer. I do a lot of things on my computer, like this project that I'm working on, it's only on the computer. There's literally no handwritten like component at all. Honestly, I've been thinking about the hours I spend in a day like staring at my devices and stuff, and it's kind of psychotic. So, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to change my whole lifestyle just for that. But I do look for like an aid that will help me, because obviously your eyes get super tired and dry when you're staring at a screen for a long time, especially at night when it's like super dark in your room and you're just focused on the screen. Like, no ma'am. So recently I've been using Visine. I just pack it in my backpack in the morning before I head out, and I just use it, and it is this one is the all day comfort dry eye relief. The cool thing is that it starts to work in seconds, so there's no waiting around. Like you literally put them in your eyes and then you feel the relief, so it's instant. This guy will keep you covered for 10 hours with hydro blend technology, so you don't have to keep like putting them in. Like you just put them in once and you're set. So if your eyes kind of get that like sensitive like burning feeling, this is definitely for you. It really hits me, like I said, at night, like when I've been like focused on the screen like all day, and then sometimes I'm just tempted to like call it quits. But at the same time, like a physical restriction like that shouldn't have to stop you from like being on your grind and like achieving your goals and actually studying. So definitely check it out. I mean, I think that they sell it pretty much everywhere. Visine's like a huge brand. I'm so honored to be working with them, but I'll also have a link down below. Another tip that I'm sure you guys have heard before is just a typical to-do list. I sometimes just need to sit and literally just like at the beginning of a study session, write down everything. Write down everything for all of my classes, for my life, and just seeing it on the paper. I mean, to some people, I think it stresses them out, being like, wow, I have 10 outstanding tasks or whatever. But the satisfaction of checking them off as you go is a whole nother element that I think a lot of people enjoy. I definitely enjoy that. Also, you can create like a study game plan. This is something that I do. I just go through and I'll be like, okay, big test. What are the steps that I need to take to adequately prepare for this test? And that could be like reviewing the homework, reading the textbook. You can even break it up more specifically, like read chapter 5, read chapter 6, meeting with a friend to go over certain chapters, or reviewing like a practice test. For really loaded tests like that, like a final or midterm, I highly recommend making like a study game plan. I heard about that from like another person's YouTube video. I totally forget who, but that really helped me a lot in college. Another tip that I have, which is probably not the best tip that I can share with you guys, but I do it. For me, it's always crunch time. Like I need to know how I'm doing in the class / what my predicted outcome like could be, depending on like what I get on a certain exam or paper or whatever. So I use this website. It's called, like, I just type into Google Ben Egglston grade calculator. I'll put it here. You just type it into Google and it will tell you. So you could break down, like, if the homework's 10% of your grade, you could put like 10% and then like whatever your expected homework grade is, and then you could like put in the grades that you have, and then you could put in the grades that you don't know, and like just guess and see like where you're at, kind of, so you can gauge like how hard you should study for tests. Like if you have 2 tests in one day, that's a really helpful website, because you can gauge like, oh, oh, I need to do better on this one, like test A than test B, because test A I'm like not doing as well in the class. I use it for that purpose. Like I said, just being time efficient. Like I hate those days where I'm studying and I just spend all day like moving from location to location or like bopping around and doing so much. Like I try to strategically knock out all of my other work so I can prepare for the test, the important test that I have, all just like within like a day or two, you know what I mean? But then I like to start studying early, of course, but if I have like a huge exam on a Wednesday, I try to make sure that like Monday and Tuesday are pretty open for me. This way I can like really focus my time. I know these tips are definitely not applicable to everyone's life, so I understand. Please take them with a grain of salt. I don't want people to like get upset with me or whatever, but that's some stuff that I do. I would love to hear what you guys do in the comments below, and I guess I'll just show you guys a little bit of what my setup looks like. So now we're at my desk. It's the first day that it's like somewhat chilly, so here I am wearing my coziest sweater naturally. So I wanted to just show you guys kind of two methods I use to kind of organize to-do lists and stuff. I figured that this would be somewhat helpful. I also just need to make it clear that I feel like I show, a lot of people are like, oh my god, you're so productive, like you are always on your grind, and I'm absolutely not. Like me giving productivity advice is kind of ironic because my life is kind of a mess. So just please take this all with a grain of salt, because I honestly am hesitant to even do like study videos and stuff like that now, because I feel like my advice just isn't the best advice there is out there on YouTube, but take it with a grain of salt. So this is an example of like what a study like game plan, like I said, would look like for me. Clearly I didn't fill this in and I didn't do too great on this test, but you know, you get the idea. I like checked off like, oh, I can go through like the old tests or like the Quizlet and stuff, and I know my handwriting is really bad, but just to get an idea if that's what a study game plan looks like for me, or a study plan, whatever. And then here are some old examples of old to-do lists. Clearly I didn't finish like check them off, but I just, sometimes it's nice to just write down like what I have just to visually see it, even if I'm not going to go through and like check it off later. But those were Wednesday and Thursday. For this weekend, all that I really have to do is work on a marketing project, which I'm working on right now, and film this video. So we love that. Fun weekend. And then here is my just day planner, which we love, and I haven't been using it as much recently, but I just write in my classes, and I'm trying to show you like I like mostly use it for like the monthly spread now, because I'm really digital with my planning. I like write in. I've been trying to do this thing called time blocking. It hasn't really been the most effective for me, but like oh, from 4 to 7 I'm filming blah blah blah, and then I like only focus on that one task, just so that I like really am like my best self. I can put my best self into that task, but I don't know, it gets kind of hard. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on this project. Like I said, not really studying for a test, but it's like the equivalent of a grade of a large test, so I have to do really well on it, and it's like a 40-page, not like all written, but like a lot of graphics and stuff paper, so it should be interesting. When I study, sometimes I just don't need music because it's a little distracting, like when I'm deep in the zone. But if I'm like writing paper, whatever, like this, I listen to Lush Lo-Fi, and it's a pre-made Spotify playlist, and it's so good. That is going to conclude my study routine video. I hope you guys learned something new, or will share with me your study tips down below, because I learn a lot from you guys. Thanks again to Visine for partnering up with me on today's video, and let me know if you want to see more like school videos or more vlog style, whatever you want to see. I would love to connect with you guys in here, and I'll talk to you guys all super soon. Bye guys.